Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Black Dragon RPG. My name, of course, is John. And today, we are doing the same thing we did the other day with Pathfinder 1st Edition, only we're doing it with Pathfinder 2nd Edition. We're just going to go through, I'm going to show you my collection so far, and do kind of, I guess it's kind of like a buyer's guide if you're interested in getting into Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Maybe this video will give you some idea of possibly what you would want to buy to get started. So we're going to start off with the Pathfinder Beginner's Box for 2nd Edition. Wonderful art on the cover. That green dragon. This is amazing. But yeah, this is going to pretty much be everything you need to have the game explained to you in a really easy to understand fashion, and it's going to give you, everything you need to start, including a set of color-coded dice, which makes it easy if you are new to the game, because an experienced player can say, instead of saying roll a d10, you could just say roll the green one, because sometimes players are like, which one is the d10? You just say the green one. Yeah, that's how you learn, and it just makes it easy. So, but yeah, it's got a little bit of everything in it. It's got, the flip map. It's got some pre-written characters, but also some blank character sheets if you feel comfortable like creating a character on your own. And it's got some pawns. It's got an adventure. It even has a solo adventure, which I actually did by myself, and I'm happy to say I survived. So yeah, this is a really good beginner box. All right, so I guess the next thing that you would need, obviously, is the core rulebook. So this is the Pathfinder 2nd Edition core rulebook, and I've been getting a lot of use out of this because I convinced my group to start playing Pathfinder, and we had session 0 last Tuesday, and yeah, they really enjoyed making characters during session 0, and they're very excited to play it, and so am I. So there you go. So then I'm going to wait on the Game Mastery Guide and just talk about these character sheets. So they sell a character sheet pack, and the cool thing about this is, so of course they have some blank, just regular character sheets, which is cool. I think there's a couple of these in here. Yeah. There is one full generic, two generic blank character sheets. No, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. There's one regular standard blank character sheet. This is a companion sheet. So obviously for like animal companion, spirit companion, any kind of companion that you would have. And then this is really cool. They have class-specific character sheets. So here is the Alchemist, and so a lot of this is filled in for you based on what you get as Alchemist. So it's got, it's got shaded in your like fortitude, reflex, and will proficiencies. As an alchemist, you're trained in crafting, so it's got that proficiency filled in. And then on the back, it prints out some of your key features of your class, which is quite handy. And they do that for every class in the players or the core rulebook. On the inside of the folder, mine's all bent up because Amazon doesn't give a shit about anybody. Mine, well, yours will too. It has some just general rules that are kind of handy to know. So it's kind of like a cheat sheet. The other side is just the open gaming license. So, but yeah, it's got some handy information in here, and I like the class specific character sheets. So something to keep in mind if you want to make your players' lives just a little bit easier. All right, speaking of players, they're going to need pawns. And let me tell you, as someone who has spent literally thousands of dollars on miniatures, I honestly wish I could take it all back and just collect these pawns. So look how thin this is. This is over 200 player character pawns. And what pawns are, they come in these sheets, these cardstock sheets. So let's just pop out an ASMR Champion. So there are these really thick cardstock character tokens. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's got the Ancestry and the class, and then it tells you, I don't know how these are coded necessarily. Oh, yeah, just PC1, because this is the first pawn. And then 2, 3, 4. So you can, if you want to, I like to port these back in, and they stay in place, and you can carry around 200 pawns very easily, as opposed to 200 miniatures, which is going to be a lot bulkier if you're a traveling DM. Which I'm not necessarily a traveling DM, but I have way too many miniatures. I'm just going to say that. So they make this pack of player character pawns, and this was only $24.99, but I got it for $20 from Noble Knight Games. So $20 for 200 pawns. If you tried to buy 200 miniatures, you'd be spending way, way, way more than that. So this is a good thing. And for every bestiary that comes out, they make bestiary pawns. And of course, you can get, obviously the bases to put the pawn in. This is kind of an expansion pack, so it doesn't come with any of the bases, but you don't really need a ton of bases because you're not going to be using every single one of these all at once. So I'd say if you have a good collection of 30 bases for any given situation, yeah, that's going to be more than enough. So this is a really good buy. All right, so we have the Game Mastery Guide. And so far, all these books, they've started to make pocket editions, so you can save even more money if you want by getting them in pocket edition. I just wanted to throw that out there. But I do even though most of my first edition collection is pocket edition, that's only because I was late to the game. But as second edition releases, I like to get the hardcovers. That's just a personal preference. But they do have these in pocket editions. So Game Mastery Guide, really, really good read. A lot of good advice in there. This is the first bestiary, and this is self-explanatory. If you know what a monster manual is, you know what a bestiary is, or a bestiary. I don't know, however you want to pronounce it. I say bestiary because it's full of beasts, right? Even though it's not spelled bestiary, it technically is bestiary, but it's full of beasts. I call it a bestiary. So, So when they release a bestiary, of course they release the pawns, which I have the pawns for bestiary 1 ordered. They're just not here yet, so I can't really show them in this video. But they also make the battle cards, and I have done a standalone video on just this pack of cards. But I just really quick, for those of you that didn't see that video, so it's got the monster's art on the one side and all the information you're going to need on the other. These blow, what's the company that does D&Ds? Gale Force 9. They just blows their cards out of the water, I'm telling you. I bought all the Gale Force 9 stuff for 5th edition D&D. I don't use them. They are literally trash, honestly. But these, I'm telling you, this is good stuff right here. Definitely good stuff right here. And that's because Paizo, they really care about putting out like a quality product. Bestiary 2, whatever. This is a really good one. This is one that I just picked up. Bestiary 3. I love the evil tooth fairy in this one. The clockwork dragon. A lot of good stuff in here.
One moment. That's a fantastic choice.
Siri, what the fuck, man? That literally scared the shit out of me. Anyways, this is just from Free RPG Day. This is Threshold of Knowledge. It's just a little quick adventure for Free RPG Day. So, yeah, I just figured I'd throw that in there. All right, so as a player, you might also want the Advanced Player's Guide because this adds classes and ancestries. So it adds stuff like Catfolk, Kobold, Orc, Ratfolk, Tengu, and then it gives you versatile heritages for Changeling, Damphir, and Planar Scions. And it gives you extra backgrounds, but this is the coolest part. It adds classes. So it's got the Investigator, the Oracle, the Swashbuckler, which I have a player who is playing a Swashbuckler, and the Witch. So very cool. If your players want more options, definitely pick that up. Or make them. I mean, they're the ones that want it. So yeah, if you don't want to spend the money, make your players get it. And then the Advanced Player's Guide also has its own set of character sheets. And this is the same idea as the other pack. It's got the class specific. They're probably on the other side, I guess, because those are just the blank ones. Yes, they've got the class-specific character sheets. So what my group did is we just split the cost on these. So obviously in this one, my Swashbuckler is going to use the Swashbuckler sheet, and it's going to have her panache abilities written out for her, as well as all of her class features and stuff, except for the ones that you get to pick yourself. But yeah, it's got your proficiencies filled in just like the other ones. This is just for the Advanced Player's Guide. So very, very cool. And it includes this simplified printer-friendly sheet, which I really appreciate because let's face it, this is not printer friendly, especially if you're trying to save money on your ink. Look at that, holy crap. But yeah, but these sets are cheap enough that, I mean, I'll probably end up buying like a couple more of these sets just because I like the paper quality and I do like the color, and I don't, it would be cheaper to just buy another pack of these than reprint all of them with my own ink. So yeah, there's that. All right, if you have spellcasters in your group, they might be interested in Secrets of Magic. This is going to add the Magus, or Magus, however you want to pronounce that, and the Summoner class. And yeah, obviously it's going to include more spells. This is a very cool book. Yeah, if you've got spellcasters, you might want to check that out. And then this next set of books is called the Lost Omen series. And this is just pretty much world building books. So you've got the Lost Omens world guide. Like I said, most of the books in this series are going to be lore. There's not much mechanical stuff in here. Not to say that there's none, but it's few and far between. So if you're really into lore, this series is going to be awesome. So you got the world guide, you got the gods and magic guide. So this is basically goes over all the deities and philosophies that exist in Galarian. You've got the character guide, which does give you, some extra options for your ancestries. And I want to say it. Yeah, it's got an NPC gallery. It's got theme templates. It's got information on the Pathfinder Society, the in-game Pathfinder Society, not the official like the real world Pathfinder Society. This is the Ancestry guide. So, yeah, very awesome. This is the Monsters of Myth. So these are more higher level threats that actually have a lot of lore tied into Golarion. For example, I mentioned earlier, or I mentioned in the other Pathfinder First Edition video, how I bought that little pamphlet book that had Sandpoint in it. So Sandpoint, in that area where Sandpoint is, they have the Sandpoint Devil, which is like a creature that is kind of like an urban legend. And I kind of played it up like no one knows if, kind of like the Jersey Devil or the Mothman. I kind of played it up to my characters like no one knows if this really exists, but there's all these rumors. And so this book actually gives you the Sandpoint Devil. It stats it out. It just has Golarion specific, like mythical monsters that are going to be a little more advanced for your players to tackle. And then the biggest city in the Inner Sea, Absalom, the city of lost omens. This entire book is basically a gazetteer for one city. It even comes with a map, which is specifically just a map of this one city. But it is the biggest city in the Inner Sea region of Golarion. So, yeah, I love books like this. As a DM, something like this is invaluable. Oh, I just noticed that mine is kind of messed up. Oh, that hurts my little collector heart. But anyways, that is so far my Pathfinder 2nd Edition collection, and I hope that you found it useful as far as if you want to get into Pathfinder 2nd Edition, maybe you've got some ideas on products that you would like to purchase first. Like I said, you really only need the core rulebook, but there's so many things that Paizo has that just makes the playing experience so much better. Don't even get me started on spell cards. I literally, they're not here yet, but I ordered every single spell card pack that I could. So Arcane, Primal, Divine, Occult, and the Advanced Player's Guide spell card pack. Yeah, and then there's one other, I forget. Anyways, I ordered all those. I'll probably end up doing a different video reviewing those all in one video. So anyways, that's 2nd Edition Pathfinder. That's my collection. I don't know where this weird shadow on my face is coming from. Sorry about that. I should produce my videos better, but you know what? It is what it is. I hope you guys have a good day. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate all of you. Comment down below because I love responding to comments, and that's something I enjoy. So feel free to leave a comment, ask questions. I'll try my best to answer. So yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.